Everybody, this is your boy DrkBLADExx of Dark Forces Gaming Network, aka Black Hawk, Division Leader for DCUO. What's going on? What's good, you pimpin'? Let's get it. As you guys see the title of the video, this is Applied Science, how to almost solo it. Alright guys, so we are in the Deluge area, which was formerly known as the Starro's major event. But we are at the museum. There are 4 corners around the museum, which take place on a weekly mission known as Applied Science. I'm going to show you guys how to almost solo them all. That's right, by yourself. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. If you're a healer, if you're a DPS, or if you're a troll, you're only going to be able to solo 3 corners. The 4th corner, which is the electricity one, you will not be able to solo. However, if you're a tank, there is a possibility of you soloing that, and I have seen people do that. It all depends on what role you are, and your powers. For that 4th one. Now, I'm going to show you why you can almost solo all of these. However, as I said, if you're a tank, you should be able to get all 4 corners instead of just 3. I'm water, so I am, a healer, a DPS. So I can solo 3 corners, not 4. Alright, so it's changed a little bit from last year, but one thing remains the same. You guys need to make sure that you have certain things in your loadout and on your utility belt. You should have 1 utility belt, and you should hopefully have what I'm about to show you. Now, it's not required. I've done this with and without. However, it is just simply easier with. So, as you guys are going to see right now, I'm going to show you what I have on my utility belt. You should have anything that's like this, pretty much. So, this is an orbital strike. There are many orbital strikes in the game right now. Matter of fact, I have another one over here, which is the Shamrock orbital strike. It doesn't matter which orbital strike you have, put it in your belt. And it doesn't matter what role you're in. Orbital strikes are based on your CR, not your rolls, and not your stats. That being said, a tank, a troll, a healer, and DPS all have the same orbital strike damage, provided that they all have the same number of boosts. What I mean is this. When you go into your base and you go to your mainframe, you're going to see a section that says upgrades and one that says boosts. So, upgrades are permanent, boosts are temporary. Provided that you have the same number of upgrades and boosts as the next person, your damage will all be the same, provided that you are also the same CR. As I just said, tanks, troll, DPS, and healer orbital strikes will all have the same amount of damage, provided that you're the same CR and you also have the same number of boosts and upgrades. Now, with that being said, it is in your best interest to have your mainframe, as far as your orbital strike is concerned, to be fully maxed out when doing this. That way, you'll take a larger chunk of health from them. Now, keep in mind, your orbital strike is not enough to one-shot these monsters. You have to bring their health down some, and that's what we're going to be doing here before we use our orbital strikes. There is a specific way that I'm going to show you how to do this. Also, keep in mind that I said this part of the video is all about using your orbital strikes to almost solo this. It is not required, however, to use a single orbital strike whatsoever. However, it does make life a lot easier, I can't lie. However, there are ways of going about this, which is a little bit touch and go, but you can still get this done without orbital strike whatsoever. Alright, so first we'll talk about how to do it with orbital strikes, and then we'll go over how to do it without them. Once again, make sure you got your upgrades and your boosts as high as you can possibly get for maximum efficiency. Depending on what level you are, you're going to need to test it out or run a couple of tests to see just how much damage they can take away, so you know how long you need to wait before you jump in. Which I'm going to show you guys later, what I mean by jumping in. Now, with that also being said, what role are you? Tank, healer, troll, DPS? That is completely unimportant. Doesn't matter what role you are, because your orbital strike will be doing all the damage for you 100%. At least the way that I'm doing it. Okay, so now that we have our orbital strikes out the way, we have them in our loadouts, let me show you what you're actually going to do. Follow these steps to a T and you should be able to walk through. Keep in mind that depending on your role and power, you may actually be able to do all 4. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is, when you're ready to go, run up to this thing and activate it. Right after you activate it, move as far away as possible. Not too far away that you can't see anything, but you want to get out of there. Right, kind of like that. Now, don't go too much farther than this. You don't want them to leave because there's nobody there. Get close, but not so close that you aggro them. You don't want to aggro them at all. What you want to do is be close enough that you can target something, but not close enough to aggro them. With that being said, now you're going to use the environment to your advantage. Notice how when I activate the fire node, the fire is actually attacking them and damaging them. Yes, the fire is damaging them, taking their health down pretty low, which is what I want. Once they get to a low enough level that I think my orbital strike can actually damage them, I activate it and they're wiped out. Doing this, you should be able to hit all 3 nodes. Keeping in mind that the electricity one, the one that is to my left, which is behind the museum and close to the electricity fence, is going to be the only node that this will not work on. And that is because electricity has no effect on Starros. It actually powers them up, so it won't damage them. Now, here's another way of doing it if you don't want to do it this way and you have a partner. Now, as you guys can see here, he is a tank. He just ran over here, activated it, and I'm going to help him out by doing some damage. So this way you can have 2 people helping out doing it. He takes all the damage and I just attack. While they're all focused on him, I can wipe out the enemies. Boom. And that's why I say a tank is able to come through here and actually solo them all. It will take a little bit of time, of course, but depending on his power and how good he is with that said role, he should be able to solo all 4 of these nodes. Now, this is the one node that I told you guys you will not be able to activate. And that is because, as I said, electricity has no effect on them. So we're going to stand over here and you can see that their health is not going down. It will not go down. Alright. Now, as I said earlier in this video, you don't need to have an orbital strike at all. You can do this without orbital strikes. All you need to do is wait till their health is low enough so that you can get a few attacks in before you die. So you need to wait until the machine brings their health down really, really, really low and then get your attack in before they die. That said, anybody soloing this should know just how much attack damage they can get out on them before they turn around and attack back and kill you. With that being said, wait till there's that much life of them left to jump in and start attacking. That way you can almost guarantee that they die before they kill you and you get your credit. So it's a little bit of a hit and miss if you don't have an orbital strike, but that doesn't mean it's not doable. Now keep in mind that is for the 3 nodes that are actually doable. The 4th one, aka electricity, sorry, unless you're a tank, you're not going to be soloing that one. At least not yet. You're going to maybe need to rise up in CR a little bit, but you're not going to be soloing that one. Alright, you're going to need to have help. Now, as you guys saw earlier, I had a tank with me who just swooped in, took the ads, and then I came back and killed the ads. That strategy will work on the electric guys, but you're going to need to actually have that extra person there, provided that they're a tank. So this can be duoed, provided that at least one of you are a tank. I hope this helps you guys out. Thanks for watching this video. This is your boy DrkBLADExx of Dark Enforcers Gaming Network, aka Black Hawk, Division Leader for DCUO. Dark Enforcers, Darkness Rises. Holla.